Hey, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm certainly doing well. I bought silver at $18.56. I think it's up $1 today. It's a small improvement, but it's surely an improvement. Compared to other people my age, 18, there is nobody else that I know of that's investing in silver, so I like to think that, I'm pretty well educated in the stock market, for somebody that's my age. But, I'm only 18. I haven't been around to watch or to understand, what I think is really going to happen with the silver market. So I like to watch YouTube videos of experts being hedge fund managers or anybody else who actually knows what they're talking about, who has been in the stock market for, 20, 30 years. So I like to take their opinions and I like to together put my information in, because we all have to have our own opinion. We can't simply 100% believe somebody else's opinion. So I want to talk to you guys about what I think may happen or could possibly happen. The opportunity is there for somebody to take it right now. But this may or may not happen, but the opportunity is there. So I was watching a YouTube video yesterday. It was about cornering the silver market, and it talked about the COMEX contracts with silver and how much they cost. And for 5,000 ounce, a 5,000 silver ounce contract with COMEX is the initial margin that you would have to pay is $12,375. Okay, so $12,375, the initial for 5,000 ounces of paper silver. Let's think about how much silver we mine every single year around the world. And I was given, in this video that I watched, 750 million ounces. So, how many contracts would it take for somebody to be able to buy a whole year's worth of silver? And that number is 150,000 contracts. Now, with 150,000 contracts at $12,375 each, how much would it cost for somebody to control every ounce of silver that is mined in the entire world for a whole year? And that number is $1.8 billion. Only $1.8 billion. Okay, so what would somebody do with only 1 year's worth of silver? Not very much, because the thing is, we have such a stockpile of silver for manufacturers, in jewelry, and in investors that we would not have any serious issues if say, we had to go a whole year without silver. Things may get bad, but not as bad as they possibly could be. It would not be the end of the world. We would be able to get out of it, possibly. We're America. We're in so much debt. Who knows? But my point is let's think about 5 years worth. How much would it take? How much money would it take for somebody to buy complete control of every ounce of silver that is mined in the entire world, paper value, for 5 years? And that number is under $10 billion. Under $10 billion. There are so many investors, billionaires right now, that could take an opportunity like that. All they would need is $10 billion in cash, and they could have paper control of the silver for 5 years that is mined out of the entire world. So why would somebody do something like that? Why would somebody buy 5 years worth of silver? To hold it? Surely not to hold it. No. One person that I want you guys to think about is Bill Gates. Now, Bill Gates, I think, could easily afford a $10 billion investment. All he would have to do is sell Microsoft shares until he had, whatever amount of money he needs to add on top of what he has currently to make the $10 billion. Now, yes, physical silver, 5 years worth of physical silver would cost more than just the paper value. You would have to pay for the stand on delivery charge. But the thing is if somebody buys, like Bill Gates, 5 years worth of silver for the paper value, everyone is going to understand what's happening. Everybody is going to flood into Microsoft shares, and the shares will skyrocket. It will be unbelievably easy for him to be able to afford the stand-on delivery charge for 5 years worth of silver once the world finds out that he buys 5 years worth of the mining silver. So, okay, why would he do it? Well, the thing is I know he's not going to hold it, but one thing that I know for certain is that he wouldn't hold it, and that he would use it. I don't know if you guys know, but he owns a technology company called Microsoft that makes computers, and the thing about technology is that it requires silver to operate. It requires it. You cannot have every other component of whatever technology that is needed without silver and still make that component work or that technology work. Silver is required to make any bit of technology as far as cell phones, computers work. So what could Bill Gates do with this? What are his opportunities? With Microsoft, he could completely monopolize the entire world. He could destroy every single technology company that tries to compete with him, not because of price. He wouldn't have to beat them because of price. He could beat them simply because they couldn't manufacture anymore because they don't have any silver. They don't have any silver to be able to buy from anyone else to make their stuff except from Bill Gates whenever we run out. And Bill Gates is not going to sell it. Why would he sell it? His competition. He wants to monopolize. He's already been charged, he's already been fined $800,000 a couple of years back for trying to monopolize with PCs and with, the software that he's created. So we already know that he wants to monopolize. He's already a huge investor in silver. He may not, buy contracts yet, but he has millions of ounces of silver already that he's invested in. So we know he likes silver. So he could possibly completely monopolize the entire technology industry of the whole world. And this would make him obviously the richest person that's ever lived. I mean, he's very close to being that. He's already been that before. But the thing is this would take him to a level that absolutely nobody would be able to get anywhere near him ever. I mean, technology is revolutionary. I mean, if you think about how much money Apple is making, Microsoft, Samsung, Sony, the only one of them that would be able to survive this silver awakening if Bill Gates does it is Bill Gates. The only company that would be able to survive is Microsoft. So think about how much money is spent on all of those companies combined, and then put all of that money into Microsoft, because nobody will be able to buy from anybody else, so they'll have to buy from Bill Gates. He can essentially charge whatever price he wants for technology. I'm not saying he's going to charge infinite amounts where only the rich could make it, because that would be stupid. He wants to be able to sell to anybody who possibly wants it. So he's going to decrease the price so that more people could buy it, so that he can make more money. Okay. Now, what has stopped him from doing this before? My way of thinking is that, okay, if 1 year's worth of contracts is only $1.8 billion, then why doesn't he do that? It's because 1 year's worth of contracts isn't enough. And I think, he's waiting for the amount of money that he can build up to be able to buy enough silver that we would run out before he would have to, before his contract is up. And that could be anywhere from 4 to 5 years, but I'm saying it could be 5 years, max. Well, who knows? But manufacturing wise, we need it. It's in so much that we use. We're going to need to buy it. It's not something that we will simply just be able to do without. We're going to want to buy it. And so he could really charge whatever price he wanted for it if he wanted to sell it, but I think he's going to use it. I think he could use it to put in his technology, make his technology the only company that actually manufactures, and nobody else would be able to compete with him. It would make him, I don't think it would be a huge stretch to say that it wouldn't be long for him to make more money than everybody in the entire United States put together by himself. I don't think that would be a huge stretch to say. Now another thing that stopped him before, whenever he tried to monopolize, was government intervention. The government stepped in saying, you can't do this because this is free enterprise economy, this is capitalism, you should be able to do whatever you want. You can't, somebody who's already creating something can't simply stop you from doing it just so they can make more money. So the government stopped him from stopping other people. They charged him $800,000. But the thing is now he actually has a way to permanently stop them. It was no longer about just stopping because they would have to compete with a huge Microsoft. He could stop them because they would have absolutely no way to manufacture in any way possible. It would be a complete monopolization of every single technology company in the entire world. And the thing is the United States, I think, wouldn't stop him this time. No, because with the amount of debt that we are currently in, it's like, what, $17 trillion right now? The only way that I can see us getting out of this debt is if something like this happened, and if Bill Gates decided to stay in America and manufacture every bit of technology that he has in America, and hopefully we would be able to find some way to charge him for it. Maybe it could be, taxing. Who knows? Hopefully we'd be able to find some way, but if we could find some way to get in on something as huge as a monopolization of technology, it would get us out of our debt. It would at least work us out of it. It may not completely get us out, at least very early on, but we will be showing very quick progress towards paying it off if something like this happens. So I don't think the government would try to stop him if he wanted to do something like this. I really think, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying he could do it if he wanted to. Everything that would stop him, as far as I can see, wouldn't. Most people would take it down. They would make it a matter of money. Maybe he really can't afford it. But the thing is once he buys the 5-year contracts, everyone's going to know what's happening. Everyone's going to rush into Microsoft. It's going to make the stocks go up, or at least Microsoft shares go up. And then all he has to use is that money to be able to pay for the stand for delivery charge. So I really don't think money is going to be an issue at this point. So why doesn't he do it now? I mean, it's $19, $19.50. It was $18 yesterday, $18.50. I think he's really waiting for the absolute perfect time. Because, to make a deal like this, you don't get a second shot. It's either going to be perfect or you're going to spend a shit ton more money. And with every penny that silver goes down, he's saving millions of dollars. Every dollar that it goes down, he's saving billions of dollars. And that boils down to fewer investors that would have to help him to be able to afford doing something like this, which means more profits for him, and nobody else would be able to get in on it if he completely owns the entire world's supply for 5 years. They would have to go through him. So I just want you guys to think about this. Tell me what you guys think. Please keep in mind, I'm only 18 years old. I wouldn't say that I have, the average mind of an 18-year-old, because obviously I'm not only understanding the stock market, but I'm currently invested in something that I think, will grow in a very short amount of time, and will grow even more in a long period of time in silver. So let me know what you guys think. Please let me know if you guys see a flaw to my plan, or not plan, but theory. because it hasn't happened yet. But let me know what you guys think, and please use constructive criticism. Please don't bash me if I have something wrong, because the thing is I don't think I have the credibility of somebody like a huge hedge fund investor, and if they came out with something like this and they were completely wrong, then you could bash them. But I'm only 18. I have, according to an 18-year-old, a good amount of skin in the game, but as far as a human being, I don't. So give me a break, but let me know what you guys think. Your opinions really matter. I want to know everything that you guys think, so let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.